It's raining outside. I hate rain. At least in Minecraft. In real life, it's kind of okay. That's why I made that. I started to make a place called home. It's not the most pretty thing, and it's still a skeleton, but it's still a roof to be under it. That's much better than outside. So here we have our future home, factory, and whatever it's gonna be. So let's just sleep to clear the rain. I still don't know why this happened to me to enter inside my head. So I have made this design here. If you can count the design, it's still taking shape with this kind of plating as the walls and for the home, and this for the floor. And I have that up there. That is just concrete. The chisel version. One concrete, because this is gonna be the roof of the factory, but that will not be the ceiling of the rooms itself. It is just the most top layer, because as we get near to the electric age, we need to have some place with an actual roof, or things are gonna explode. It's still a very long way, because believe me or not, I used all my stone I have digged until now just to complete this skeleton, and those things require iron to make. So it's gonna kind of expensive to do it all at once. I don't even have the material to do that. And speaking of materials, I have grinded all my chalcopyrite, and I got this. I got some good amount of copper and some amount of iron, but still kind of down earth that I only get this much, and I need to spend so much to get to the next place, that is the blast furnace, and make it 32 plated bricks. Each one requires 6 plates, so each brick requires 12 copper ingots. So this is 5, 10. So this will make 5 bricks, 10 bricks, 20, 30, and 2. I'm gonna use almost all my bronze to get it. I still need to make it bronze, and that raises a new problem, because as I'm gonna show you, I need to make it the copper and tin into bronze, and this is my boiler, and this is one bronze, and that one single bronze used almost all this thing I had inside this small coal boiler, and I still need to hammer down the bronze into plates, so that's gonna cost us a lot of steam. And I had another bad news for me. Remember that I found that block of steel here. I discovered that I cannot melt it down, cannot break it down into the ingot, the bars. I can only macerate it into steel dust, and steel dust need to be then processed into the blast furnace, electric blast furnace, which I don't have. So, can also have the arc furnace, but that is a lot far. That's medium voltage. So I have no use for this block of steel. But luckily, very close by, here this tree of Towncraft had a spawner of cave spider, and I found a little more steel. Don't have that huge amount, but 10 steel ingots is that all I need right now. because let's pick our hammer and let's expand the stainless steel ingots. Let's hammer down into plates. And why did I not make it into the steam forger hammer? Well, it takes steam and time, and for now I'm gonna use the hammer anyway. Let's make a high pressure small coil boiler. That's much better than that single one there. Why it's much better? Well, simple because it can get twice as hot and use the old railcraft system where the hotter the boiler is, the less fuel it consumes. So I can smelt a lot more stuff without without needing to replace the that means that the charcoal will, each piece of charcoal gonna give me more steam than the previous one, at least double. So all I need to do is make it so that make sure that both the boilers are facing the alloy is melted and starting producing some steam and start to create more bronze, so we can later on get to the point of actually making all the bronze and later on bronze plates to make the blast furnace. I want to make the blast furnace into this episode, so I'm not gonna use more of your time here talking about this thing. When you're done with this, I'm gonna move that for the gonna start making the place where we're gonna leave the place where we're gonna put our machines anyway. And then we're gonna talk about batteries. Okay, they are kind of getting heated, but this one's already producing a lot more steam than this one. Let's see if we can already run this no stop even with so little heat. This one's done. It's getting low. It is dropping, but it is dropping very slowly. And as the time passes, the heat will get more stronger, so maybe at some point it will stop falling and starting to keep itself. Well, it's a gamble. Let's toss more copper here and more tin. And just to wait for it. Anyway, let's go. Talk about the tree. I remember that before I had found that the Douglas fir forest. It was kind of very fortunate to me because this tree is very good for farming wood for charcoal because they are pretty big. They go straight lines, so don't need to worry about branches. And because they have so much leaf, it's almost guaranteed that I will always get more saplings than I am expanding. It's kind of dangerous also, because look at so much shadow those things do. And they take a huge deal in my axe. I already had this axe almost full repair when I get it, and I chop it like two trees of this and it wore down my axe pretty much instantly. So you need to be careful about this one because they take a huge deal into my axe. I don't think anything below iron or raw iron will be able to chop down the entirety. If you try to do this with flint, you're gonna end with the loose ends of the branches. And I don't like this minimap showing that there is a skeleton in my home. It's probably underground and not explore much of it. Now let's go wait for the bronze. Let's see if things are still going on, or it is that blasted sound. Well, still do not complain about missing this thing. Nope. The blasted sound did happen. See? Not long sting. So let's disable it for now. Let's build some sting. Seeing that need to wait this to get fully heated before I can constantly run this. Oh boy. Well, unfortunately no, even at max temperature these two boilers cannot keep the alloy smelter going forever. But they can produce a lot of bronze before running out. So let's just continue. This one is staggering getting down. This is building up, but this will soon end and it's only gonna start to fall. Already started, it's barely keeping. Maybe with two high pressure boilers I can keep. And since I was kind of wrong about the fuel because I feed the same amount of charcoal to both boilers and this is already half of the way of this one here. So even though it can get more higher temperature, it always consumes water and fuel faster. Maybe it was changed, but in the past it wasn't the case. I was just not paying attention. I don't know. Okay, job's done. We now have some bronze to expand. Okay, part 2 of it. Bye bye, alloy smelter. Enter the forge hammer. No. Need to wait for it to get full of steam. Well, that's a good amount, so let's try this. Prepare your ears for a lot of noise. Wait, what? That's not good. Right, you dumbass. You forgot to set up the exhaustion. Duh. This thing go down, down, down into downtown. Yeah, I know you were exhausting steam, but I want to see if you're gonna keep up with this forging hammer. Or this will also be another problem. Yeah, I don't keep up, just like it did before. Well, but it seems to expand a little less faster. So let's just place it here and wait it up again. After a long time, and I had to actually make more bronze, finally got 3 whole stacks of bronze plates and an extra of bronze plates. So stay there, okay? I think I need to get my bronze because an accident may happen. And just to verify if I have everything with me this time. I think I need the hammer. Yes, I need the hammer. It's so long, and yes, I start to make shape of the crop area. So I did not want to show you because there is no reason to do that, is it? Okay, we stuck in half. Stuck in half. Stuck in half. Same amount of bricks, a wrench, and a hammer. And we broke our wrench. We need to make more. So it was a good idea that I broke my hammer. Now I want to collect the hammer, okay? I'm not gonna fall for that. And here we go. 32 plated bricks. Now need 4 furnaces, 4 bronze plates, and wrench in the middle to get the bronze plated blast furnace. Now just to make fun, let's get this paper on sides, an ink sac and a ladder, and get the book. And now the book is not on the table, it's on my hand. Ooh, fancy. If you could actually see the whole step. Fancy, very fancy. And it's getting night, but it's okay, we are in home, so we are kind of safe. Okay, let's build it right into this corner, just like it shows us. So that was not the place where I placed it, and of course the level 2. And you can actually stay there if you want. That's the base. You go here because of future reasons. And let's just make this all up down here. And it's done. It's finally done. Now let's get some iron that I did forget to bring here. We cannot cook a whole stack because it takes 4 charcoal to make it one, so I'm gonna make one half of it. And this will slowly give us our first steel. So good to be able to get my hands on some steel. I can make steel tools and be more okay with my mining because steel tools last the double time of the iron ones, so they last like 3 rogue iron would make 2 steel, so it's more cheaper material, and I believe it's also faster. So everything now that I'm gonna make it in the base of steel because I can produce it. If I could get my hands into a plate bending, I could make this more cheaper so I can have it more easily. But now that I have blocked one, I have built one, not blocked, it's not for sale. I can make another one just on sides, and since this I can share this wall, so 9 bricks less. But that's still 23 bricks. That's a lot of brick to do. Because first I need to make a steam turbine, which require this, that require this. That's 8 steel and 1 more here because they want to make this even more grinder. So I can make this basic steam turbine, and then I could make the plate bender. But for that you're gonna need some electric motors that require a lot of steel. Some electric motors and the circuits. This circuits is the problem for now, because they require a lot of cable and this NAND chip and steel for the middle, and the NAND chip require a lot of wires and more steel. And the wires we have to make two head alloys to make it one plated, and cut one plated to make one cable, and with two cables and one thin cable we make one NAND chip that we need two NAND chips to make one circuit. Do you get how much material goes in that just to make that simple cables? Sorry about that. So even though that making plates sounds a good idea at first, it's not the first thing I'm gonna do after the steam turbine. It is this little beautiful thing called the wire mill. It's still gonna cost us two circuits and some electrical motors that require a lot of cables too. But after that it becomes more easy to make our wires, and that's really required. And after that is not the bender yet, it is the ladder, which gonna require diamond, but we found one, and more circuits and more cables and more electric motors, and this is just and all this stuff here require a lot of stuff. So the plate bender, to make more plates more easily, is gonna be like the 40 machine you're gonna make. So if I want to make more of this, I need to still go into this expensive way, because they have disabled the rolling machine because it was shipping. It did not even show here as I tried to look for it into machine or stuff here. I could not find the aircraft plate rolling machine to make this bronze plates, even though that if I look into the recipes, we'll eventually no. Okay, so I was wrong. But I find it strange that I have the basic machine using iron. Most people change the basic machine to require steel. See, we have the holy machine crafting recipes here, like to make rebar and other stuff here, like there's one here. You don't have it for copper. I forgot I don't have it. No, you don't have it. And our first steel is almost ready. Did you enjoy a little chat here with me rambling about? I hope so. If not, I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen forever. Just for now. Come on, finish. It is in the last bit, okay? Will you? Fine, I'll drink my drink. This purple thing that make me slow. Yay, we got steel. But I did not get it. Why did you give me the achievement already? Let's see. Produce a steel into bronze blast furnace. Oh, we finally made it. We have our first steel. Now we just need another million. Let's make it true. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, I still have some copper something, so I guess I can make more plates to get more resources. Get the steel production more faster. And I should also start working to my crops. Now that I have another water and then have a lot of waiting time, it's a good idea to get it. But it is difficult without the scanners. Well, first things first, let's amass enough steel so we can do something. Now I'm confused if I should make the water high pressure boiler or make a pickaxe, so still continue to use the rogue iron, even though we can make steel that is better, but it's take a long time, and rogue iron it's good also. Still need to finish mining what I have remaining of copper there, because it took a lot of mining to get all this copper. Still did not find the thing. So things are getting complicated. Things getting very, very complicated. And I also need to make more tools, so I should make them of steel, because I'm gonna use them a lot. So many options, so many options. 25% extra. It's a lot. So in the end, I keep it humbled for a long time, didn't I? Sorry about this extra long episode. So this was On God. Thank you for watching and see you next time.